you want tomorrow? It's time for bed. Okay. Upstairs. Okay. Quickly. Okay. Quickly. Hi everyone, I'm Jenna with Brown Dog Craft Company. Today's Tuesday, January 14th, 2025, and we are here for the January class to go. Class to go for January. Oops, we don't need me there right now. You have double. Class to go for January features the Umbrella Days bundle, which is an online exclusive. I think it released last November, and it's really cute. Or maybe it was January. I don't remember. Either way, it's really cute. It's one of my favorites. I have it here. I will show you. But if you are watching live, say hello in the chat and let me know where you're joining from. Hi, Angelique. Let me get the chat pulled up here. Oh, I have it really big. That's not going to work. Let me get it the right size. I don't know why it's so big. Hi, Becky. You can't see this, but the chat is like super big. I don't know why. All right, there we go. Thank you for liking and sharing. All right, let me make this the right size. I don't know, that'll have to work. Okay, so if you are watching or watching the replay, say hi in the comments if you're watching the replay, and it really helps me out if you can like the video, share the video, and then subscribe to my channel. So when you subscribe to the channel, make sure you click the bell to be notified of when I go live. So I do a combination of live classes here on YouTube and edited videos here and there. Hi, Pat. So, I generally have 2 classes a month now for 2025. Hello. And generally have 2 classes a month now. And right now, in January, they're going to be Tuesdays. So this Tuesday and then in 2 weeks. Starting in February, I think we're going to do Wednesdays. Same time, 8:30 p.m. Central. It's 8:30 here. And my kids have a new schedule. So anyway, I'm not going to be home till late on Tuesdays. So I think starting in February, class will be on Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. So, but you can always catch the replay if something doesn't work for you. So I will flip the camera. We're going to make 4 cards tonight. 2 of them are easy fun folds. And I'll show you a little bit about what we have coming up in February and March. Okay, so let's get down here. There we go. Okay, so we are making 4 cards today using this bundle, Umbrella Days, Stamps and Dies. They are red rubber. They stamp really well. And I just saw, so you know how these come with like a sticker sheet? I do not put the backs on my stickers or on my stamps because these stick to the block or whatnot. So I saw someone, you know, that little white sheet you get that has all the stickers, they put it in the back of the stamp case. It was another demonstrator. So I put mine in the back of my stamp case, and I thought that's a great place for it because it just kind of hangs out here in the way. So that was ingenious, I thought, and I had to take that idea too and thought I would share it with you guys. So, okay, so this is the stamp set that we're using today. This is the class that we're on. So you can find me at browndogcraftcompany.com. Hi, Christina. And you can purchase the card kits online if you want to use a credit card. Otherwise, if you want to sign up for the card class, please send me an email. It's hello@browndogcraftcompany.com. You can also find all of that information online. And it's linked below. So if you click in the video description more, and then I think you have to click more again, you can get all of the links. But if you just want to sign up for a class, you can purchase it online, the card kit, or you can email me and we can pay. We can do cash and check via mail, Venmo, PayPal, Zelle, Apple Cash, whatever electronic form of payment, okay? So card kits are $45. They come in a really nice reusable zipper pouch and lots of extra supplies to make extra cards, okay? So this is the class for today. In 2 weeks, we will have the subscription class. So the subscription class for January is Utterly Adorable. So I'm kitting that one up right now, and it should go out end of next week in the mail to you. Hi, Patty. All right, it should go out, just a minute, you can show, okay. We have low show and tell today, and I'll show you in just a second. Okay, so that's the subscription class. That is utterly adorable, and we make 4 cards. They're all fun folds for that class. Then we're into February, so February subscription class. Now these cards aren't designed yet, but as soon as they are, I will show you. So this is going to feature the Floral Delight Suite, and as soon as I can order, this daffodil ribbon is out of stock, but as soon as I can order it again, I will get it ordered and get the kits out to you once I have the cards designed too. Okay, class to go for February. It features storybook moments, and this is like a mega suite. It has 2 DSPs, it has embellishments, it has a ribbon, it has 2 Stampin' die bundles. I love this suite. Okay, so look for these cards. I cannot wait to make them. All right, and this is brand new as of today. It was a recent development. March. The March subscription class is going to feature a suite from the new Spring Mini catalog, and it's Friends of the Ocean. So this is also a pretty big suite. It has 12 by 12 DSP, those really pretty, these pearls, I can't think of what they're called. It does not have a ribbon, so I'll find some ribbon that goes with all of the cards that we make. And then the Stampin' die bundle, and they're layering stamps. They're really pretty. So that will be the subscription class for March. And then class to go for March is going to feature terrific toadstools, okay? And it technically doesn't have any DSP, but it does have DSP because the DSP is from Celebration. So this class will use DSP from Celebration, okay? So you can sign up for any of these classes. They are all available. I'll show you, we'll get into cards we're gonna make today, but I have someone who wants to show you what she made. So, hold on, Ro. So when you get up here, tell them who you are, and then show them, okay? So climb up, they'll be able to see your face.
Okay.
Right there. Okay, you can see your face there, and now put your card here, they can see it. See?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell them who you are.
My name is Rowan, and I made this card, so I wanted to show you.
Tell them what's on your card.
I stamped with ink for the outside with the pink, and I added a little bit pink, and then I added green ink on top of it a little bit, and I added a sun in the sky and clouds, and I wrote my name.
It's beautiful. Do you like it?
Yeah.
Does it make you feel good?
Yeah.
All right. You want to say good night to everyone?
Good night.
Okay, say bye.
Bye.
Okay, here you go. Now bring this and go find your daddy.
Yay,
Okay.
Daddy.
All right, go up and close the door. Everybody up.
Daddy.
Okay, everybody up. You can do short next time. Okay. Good boy, Milo. All right. So, she really wanted to show you her card. Yes. Oh, and they're back in here. Okay. Hi. Go upstairs. I love you. No. Yep, she did show and tell. Now go upstairs. I'm going to have to lock the door. Go upstairs. All right. Okay, she wanted to do show and tell. I told them they could each do show and tell just one at a time. So this week, that was Ro. She's 5. So she got to do show and tell. Next week, Ella wants to do show and tell. And then the week after that, that was Mason. He wants to do show and tell. So it's a busy house here. It always is. And usually they're right off to the side crafting or on the floor or in their space doing things. So you know how it is. So, okay. All right. Let's make cards for today. So these are the 4 cards. I'll show them to you. 2 scene cards. That's these 2 here. Yes, she is a cute crafter. She loves to make cards. Both her and Ella do. Okay, and then this one. Okay. All right. So these are 4 cards we're making for class today. And let's pull out the colors we need. Okay, so we need kind of a lot. We'll need black for stamping or memento and our Versamark for heat embossing. with our white embossing powder. And these are all the colors I think we need. Now there may be another one that I missed, and we'll get to that as we go. But Pebbled Path, Petunia Pop, Coastal Cabana, Shy Shamrock, Pool Party, Flirty Flamingo, Melon Mambo, and Daffodil Delight. Okay. All right, and our stamps and our dies. Oh, and I wanted to mention that Cheryl sent me these adorable glue holders, and they are from the Country Hive, and she's so thoughtful. I was mentioning one time how, what are those things that everybody has that holds their glue, and this is what they are. So I think you can just leave your lid in here and then like put your glue in there while you're working. So she sent me 2 of these. That was so sweet, and I'm really excited to use them both. So I think they're like 3D printed little glue holders, and they hold our glue bottles. So really sweet and thoughtful, so thank you. Okay, put that up here. All right, I gotta, I joke, I can't do anything with my hair down. I call it serious hair when I have stuff to do. I have to have serious hair. So I can't put my hair up. Okay. All right, so let's get going. We're also gonna use a white gel pen, our Wink of Stella, and oh, the ribbon we're using today, where did I put it? Oh, here it is. These are my card kits. So the ribbon we're using is this. It's an online exclusive. I think it's called 1/2 inch woven ribbon. It's white. It makes really nice bows. And then we're going to use pearls. So you got a whole bunch of ribbon and an entire package of pearls. So you'll have tons left over. You also, in your card kits, will get a 1/4 pack of DSP. So we only use a fraction of this, and you'll have a lot left over. So this is what your DSP will look like. It's cut down to 6 by 6. And you'll have 2 pieces of white. Yours won't have any stamping on them, mine do. This is how we will do our stamping. Okay. And then you'll have your 4 envelopes, each containing your card kits. This one isn't in a kit, so yours will be in an envelope. Okay. So this is what your card kits look like, and they come in a nice reusable pouch. All right. So you also get a PDF with written instructions for class when you purchase the class. You can also purchase the PDF instructions in my online store. It's already there. It's $15. It's an instant download. So if you don't want to purchase the card kit with the pre-cut cardstock and all of that, you can just purchase the PDF. Okay. All right. Let's do all of our stamping first for the things we're going to color. So I did stamp them, but I'll stamp them here with you. So these are red rubber cling. So we need to pull out the mat, whatever sort of mat you have in your MISTI, or you need to stamp with a block. So we're gonna do 2 of the mom, 2 of the child, and 1 dog. Okay, so those will get stamped in our memento here. Okay. Good boy, Milo. Milo is passed out, all snuggling with his, I'll show you what he looks like. I took a picture. He's snuggling with his little stuffed animal over there. Okay, and then we'll need the mom and the kid again. So let's see. Get another piece. And we'll need mom and kid. I'll just put it like that, I guess. Okay. The rest of the stamping, I think we'll use clear blocks, but for these, I like to stamp them more than once, especially with memento, just in case it doesn't always give the greatest impression. So I definitely like to use a MISTI or the Stamparatus if you have that. I actually lent mine out to a friend, so I don't have it. She was having a baby and looking for something to do while she was home, and I put together a card kit for her. So I actually gave her, remember the Cuddle Bug? The really old one that was green? I gave her that to use, and I gave her my Stamparatus to use so she could, stamp, and yeah, so. All right, let's do some coloring now. And I'm gonna pull my cards out just as a sample. So these are the blends we're using today. I have so many they didn't fit in the cup. So Daffodil Delight, Pebbled Path, Flirty Flamingo, Melon Mambo, Petunia Pop, Shy Shamrock, Pecan Pie, and Bronze. Okay, so let's do the puppy first. The puppy is really easy to color. He uses Bronze, and then Pecan Pie, Light and Dark. And I'll zoom in here when I'm coloring. Okay. Now, Bronze is the lightest color, so I'm going to start with my dark Pecan Pie. And a lot of the puppy is going to be covered because he's going to wear this cute little raincoat. So we don't need to worry too much about the puppy. So I'm going to start with Pecan Pie Dark, blend out a little bit with Pecan Pie Light, and end with Bronze. Bronze is a set that goes, or it's a blend that goes with Ivory. And I don't really think the two colors blend together very well, but they blend nicely with Pecan Pie. Okay, now I'm going to go back with my Pecan Pie Dark and just add a little shading here. Okay. His little leash, his little collar, I don't think you're going to see it, but I'm going to do Flirty Flamingo Light. Okay, so there's our little puppy. Now let's color one of the moms and one of the kid. I'm going to call it the mom and the girl, just so for future reference, if you hear me say the mom or the girl, that's who I'm talking about. So both of their raincoats are going to be with Flirty Flamingo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my dark Flirty Flamingo and I'm going to color wherever I think there would be a shadow. So sort of along here, along here, and we're going to go back in and color some shadows in some more here because the Flirty Flamingo Light has a lot of blender in it, which means it has a lot of alcohol in it and it really blends out that darker color. So I always make sure to go over what I've already colored to help the transition between the light and the dark marker. And then once we get all of this colored, you can see it sort of blends out too much of that dark. So I'm going to go back and add a little bit more. Okay, just like that. And I'm going to color the little girl's jacket the same way. So I'm just sort of picking some spots that I feel like would probably be dark, the pocket maybe, and then blending out with the light. And then again, going over it with the dark again. Okay. All right, so that's how we color the raincoats. We are going to color the raincoats on the other mom and child. Let's see. let's move on to those raincoats. The other child raincoat is the same. Flirty Flamingo. The coloring is quick. I'm not taking too much time or paying too much attention. Just sort of coloring. It should be relaxing. You should feel relaxed when you're coloring. So don't take it too seriously. And you know what? If you put the shadows in the wrong place, no one's gonna know. And if they mention to you that the shadows are in the wrong place, then maybe they won't get a birthday card next year, right? Okay, and then the other mom gets Daffodil Delight for her raincoat. So same technique, we start with the dark, work our way around. And I am going to color her boots with the dark. We are going to cover her boots, but I'm going to color them just in case we don't line the boots up directly. Okay. All right, blend out with the light. Daffodil Delight is definitely a color that I do not color with very often. I don't color with Daffodil Delight very often. So I was thinking I would make some Valentine's cards with the Dino, is it Dino Days? The Dino Days bundle. Do you guys want to see some Valentine's cards with Dino Days? I don't think I'm going to have a class using Dino Days, but I thought I would at least use the bundle and you guys could see, get some ideas. All right, everyone's pants, everyone, is going to be Pebbled Path because in my opinion, everyone wears leggings and leggings are generally black. I don't like to color black things black because it really bleeds out the stamped line. So if you're doing no line coloring, you could color black with the black, but I like to color with like Pebbled Path or gray when I'm coloring black things. So all of the leggings are going to be Pebbled Path Dark and Pebbled Path Light. And as you can see, that's plenty dark enough. They look pretty black. And if you colored them with the black marker, it just really gets rid of the stamped lines and you can't see your stamped lines anymore. Okay, so there's our leggings. Okay. And same on these two. Blend that out. So I generally always go back and add in a little bit of dark marker. Sometimes it's too much and you have to blend it out again, but oops, I forgot this one. Okay. All right, I'm going to take light pecan pie and color the mom's hair on both. This is where you could make her blonde. You could make any hair color you want, you know, reddish. Oops. I'm thinking of her as me, so I'm making her with brown hair. And I think I'll use, oops, I colored her hair with bronze. I'll go over it with pecan pie light. And then I think I'm going to do light crumb cake. I didn't list this on here, but you need something for their hands. So whatever color you want their hands to be, the little girl's hands. It's really small. You could do the bronze color too. Okay. All right. Now we need to do umbrellas and the rest of these boots. So this mom, her boots are, and her umbrella are Melon Mambo. So I'm going to take my dark Melon Mambo And I'm going to start with her boots. And this is just going to outline where I think it would be dark. Okay. Blend out with the light. Okay. And her umbrella is going to be the same. So I'm going to take and do dark down here. So I'm just sort of tracing along the bottom and then along each one of these. And then I'm going to use the brush tip of the light marker to try to blend that together. Going over the bottom here to try to blend that. Okay. All right, so there is Mom for one of the cards. This Mom is also finished because we're going to do some paper piecing on her umbrella. So I think what I'll actually do is color this umbrella in Daffodil Delight Light. Just in case any of it shows through, it will be daffodil instead of white. Okay. All right, let's color this little girl. We need one of them needs Petunia Pop, and that's going to be boots and umbrella, and we're going to color it the same way we colored the Mom. Milo is snoring over there. It's been so cold here, he hasn't been able to get out for a walk. We did go today, but he hadn't gotten out for 2 days. He had to go without a walk because it was so cold he could barely go outside to go potty without his paws freezing, you know? So, and of course he refuses to wear booties. If he would wear little booties, he would be able to go outside and play in the snow, but of course not. That would be too much. So he has been bored getting into things these past 2 days. So today I took him for a walk. I was like, you know, I don't care how cold it is. We bundled up. Well, he didn't bundle up, but I did, and I took him out, and he went more than half of his walk, his normal walk. His feet did start to get cold, but he seemed to be fine with it. Okay, so those images are done. We just have to do this one, and we're gonna cover her boots. So I'm gonna color them really quickly with Melon Mambo light here. We don't need to do any shading or anything because we're gonna color her boots with some little die cut boots. But we do need to do her umbrella, which is gonna be Shy Shamrock. So I'll start with Shy Shamrock dark. Yes, we finally got out for a walk today, and so now he's tired. He's sleepy boy. I'll show you a picture of what he looked like. Oh, and then here. All right, so can you guys believe it is halfway through January, sort of, tomorrow? I can't. I don't know where the time has gone. We recently have some snow. We just got some snow Friday and Saturday, maybe Thursday, I can't remember when. But otherwise, we've had no snow, which is so strange. We normally get a lot of snow. So it's been a unique winter. So now it's really, really, really cold. Okay, I think that's all of our coloring. So I'm gonna get these out of the way. Kind of loud. Okay, and then we can do our die cutting. Normally I die cut ahead of time, but I did not today. Let me widen this out. All right, so we'll do our die cutting. So let's see here. Cut them into smaller pieces. So those two, I'm going to use my big scissors just because they work easier for this. And the little puppy. All right. I'm still trying to figure out where 2024 disappeared to. I hear you. I agree. Where did all of the time go? I feel like we were just waiting for summer to come, and then summer was gone. I don't know where it went either. Okay, so here we have Mom. And the girl and the puppy. Oh, that's not lined up very well. Just gonna use some tape. It's hard to move it on the mat because it's magnetic. So, okay, and then the little puppy. So when I was doing the dies, it took me forever to figure out what this die is. I thought it was a die for the little girl for her raincoat. And so I couldn't figure it out, and then finally I just decided to die cut it. And that's when I figured out it's a raincoat for the dog. And I had to include that in the class. Okay, so here we have one mom and one little girl. Okay. And one puppy. The puppy is so cute. Okay, and then we'll do this little girl. And this mom. Pretty good. Okay. All right. There is everything. We are die cutting for class. The rest of the pieces should be die cut for you. Okay. Move these out of the way. I gotta let Milo out. All right. He wanted to be let out. All right, so now the other thing we're going to do on our pieces is we are going to draw some highlights with our white gel pen. So what I'm going to do is take these umbrellas and draw little highlights. So I'm going to draw a little dot and a line. Dot and a line. Okay, that's it. Okay, just adds a little dimension. You could draw it on her boots too if you wanted. And we'll do the same with this green one. And on the other mom's umbrella. And I think her boots too. It will smudge, like I just smudged that with my finger, so be careful. It does take a little bit to dry. Sorry, my head's in the way. Okay. All right. Okay, so those are our images. We're going to cover up some of them with die cut pieces here in just a minute. Okay, I'll move those aside. These are extras. And we can cut our DSP. All right, so what we need is we'll need one of these green ones. We'll need one of these yellow ones. And one of these. It has this pretty Lost Lagoon on the back. And my favorite pattern of all, this one, this floral one. It has the blue on the back. So those are the 4 sheets we need. The rest are extra, so you get all of this as extra. You can use it to put on your envelopes. You can use it for, good boy, Milo, lay down. You can use it to make more cards, whatever you'd like to do. So let's cut our DSP. These two go on our scene cards, and this one I don't think has a direction. This one does, so it's got grass that goes up. So make sure you have it in, like you're looking at it in the correct orientation. So like I'm looking at it, it's right side up to me. I want this to be a full card front, and it's going to be so we're going to cut it at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. We want it to be a full card front. Okay, so 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 tall. Okay, so this is extra. You can put it on your envelope. You can put it inside, wherever you'd like. Okay. Oh, you okay, Milo? You okay, Bubby? The same with this one. Now this one doesn't have any orientation to it. So this one will just be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 in any way here. Okay. All right. So let's put our images, and again, extra. Let's put our images that we need. So this one gets this little girl with the petunia umbrella, and this mom with the mango, not mango, melon mambo. I was going to say mango melody. Does anyone else miss that color? I miss that color. Okay, so that I'm going to set aside. And then this one gets the puppy and the other little girl here. Okay, and I'll set that aside. Now let's do these 2 pieces. Okay, so these are going to get cut all at 5 1/4 tall. Now they don't have an orientation really, so 5 1/4 tall. Okay, so we do 5 1/4, and we need 2 pieces that are 1 7/8. So there's 1 7/8 there. There's one piece. Another one at 1 7/8. And one at 1 1/2. You can use your Stampin' Up! Trimmer. I need new blades on my Stampin' Up! Trimmer, so I'm not going to use it, because if I use it, it leaves fuzzies right now because I need to order new blades. So 2 pieces, they all measure 5 1/4, 2 at 1 7/8 wide, and 1 at 1 1/2 wide. Okay, so that's going to be one card. It doesn't have a stamped image on it. And we're going to do the same thing with this. Now this again has an orientation, so you're going to put it in the correct orientation. You can kind of see which way the little stems to the flowers are going. So this will be 5 1/4. So 5 1/4 tall. So I'm going to turn it on its side, cut it 5 1/4. So now it's 5 1/4 tall. All right, now I need 2 pieces at 1 7/8. There's one piece, one more, and then one at 1 1/2. pieces, we'll get this mom right here. Okay, so I have my pile set to the side. We will pull our trimmer back out because we are going to trim down the insides of our cards. All the inside of our cards are quarter sheets right now, and when we get them, we'll trim them down to fit. So I'm going to grab my envelope on the top and see which one this is. Okay, so this is the one that is Petunia Pop. And in here, we are going to have a cloud cut from Pebbled Path. Okay, we'll have some grass. This is from Shy Shamrock. You'll have a white panel matted with a Petunia Pop panel. This is going to be our little panel that holds our images. And then the inside. And this is, again, this is a quarter sheet, so we're going to need to cut it down. So this needs to be, right now it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and it needs to be 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so that makes it our inside now. All right, we have all of our coloring done, but we need to do our stamping. So let's pull out, this is actually our first piece down here. It's going to be these two people, the mom and the girl. This will get glued on the front. Okay, let's do our stamping onto here. So this is going to be our little scene. We need to stamp the raindrops. Now these raindrops do have a correct way to stamp them, and I'll show you. I'll stamp them on my mat here. I'm going to stamp them in Pool Party, and you'll see what I mean, because the raindrops, if you stamp them the wrong way, the raindrops will go up. Okay, so see, it's hard to tell, but the raindrops are going up. Okay, so we want the raindrops to go down. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to turn my paper on its side. On our card, it's going to go in portrait orientation, but I'm going to turn it on its side because it's a little bit easier to stamp. So I'm going to ink this up well with Pool Party, and my head is 100% going to get in the way. And I'm not going to stamp all the way to the top of this one. I'm only going to stamp at the bottom. Okay, so that's about as high as I'm going to go. Let that focus. And I'm going to line up my stamp and just keep stamping across the card. Okay. Now, if you don't get your raindrops straight, that's okay, because it can just be windy, right? It can be a windy rain, a stormy rain, a hurricane or something. Okay. All right, we're going to set that aside. We're going to use it again. You know, I think this little paper underneath messes up my focus. I'm going to zoom in a little. Okay. All right, so one other thing we should stamp. Your sentiment for this card is Flirty Flamingo, and it's on a larger piece of Flirty Flamingo that's in this card kit. So we'll just wait until we open that card kit, and we'll do both the sentiments at the same time, okay? So I give you one larger piece of Flirty Flamingo to stamp both the sentiments. All right, so, okay, let's see. Let's do a little bit of ink blending. So I got this really cute case that holds all of the daubers. So I haven't used them yet. This is their maiden voyage, and I'm going to pick one. I need two. We're going to ink blend Shy Shamrock, tone on tone, onto the Shy Shamrock grass. So pick, some of you may only have one half of the grass. If you got cut in the middle, that means this person got that half of the grass and this person got that half. So some of you may have grass on two sides. Just pick one. You don't need grass on both. We're going to cut it. So Shy Shamrock. And then on the cloud, we're going to ink blend Pebbled Path. So tone on tone. So I'm going to pick, I want this to be my grass that's on my card. So I'm going to get some Shy Shamrock on here. Ooh, look how pretty that is. And I'm going to start off the die cut and very gently bring it onto my grass. You could also use a blending brush. Okay, so, okay, all right, so tone on tone. And then on the cloud, I'm going to do some pebbled path along the bottom. Okay. And it will dry back a little bit. And it's tone on tone, so. Okay, so there's our cloud. All right. Now, since we're waiting on our sentiment, all we have for this card is to, oh, we should stamp on the inside, but then all we have is to assemble. So the outside sentiment will say, the storm will end and the sun will shine again. And then on the inside in Flirty Flamingo, I stamped Be Brave. So we can take this little block, Be Brave, and I always recommend stamping these red rubber stamps off on your scratch paper to try to figure out if they're right side, like if they're straight. So I feel like the end of this needs to come up a little bit. And if it's not straight enough, you can always flip over your cardstock. So I think that's pretty straight. And now we can assemble. Okay, so let me see how my little glue holder works. This is a brand new bottle of glue, so it might be extra juicy. So this white panel will go onto our petunia pop. Right here. And then our grass is going to go on the petunia pop also. So I'm going to put liquid glue at the bottom here, and then I'm going to put the grass down like this. And then anything that's hanging off, I'm just going to snip off. I like to use lawn scissors for this, but you can use shorter scissors. Okay. Isn't that cute? All right, now we can add everyone. Oh, here, let's glue. Well, we have the glue out. Let's glue everything down. Let's glue the inside. And we'll just leave a space for our sentiment. This will get glued down. It definitely was hard to cover some of these patterns on the DSP. They're so pretty. Sometimes I wish they weren't double-sided. That way it wouldn't be so hard to decide which pattern to cover up and which one to use. So, okay, here I have some sheets, some adhesive sheets, and I like to cut them in half and then in half again, and I use them in place of all those dimensionals. Look at that, that's perfect. In place of using all those individual dimensionals. Okay, so this will go right in the center of our card. I'll save these to use on the other scene card that we're making. Oh, I forgot already, I put my glue in there. Okay, make sure you have this the right way. And this will go right in the center. Oh, I should mention this DSP is the Celebration DSP. I just typed it in, so you'd think I'd remember the name. Blooms something. Blooms. Impressions of blooms? I don't know. One of you will know. Bloom impressions. Bloom something. Can't remember. I need some minis here. do a mini there, a mini there, and then 2 minis. Oh, 3 minis. Okay. And now we got to get all the backers off. So does anyone have any plans for this weekend? Is anyone off work next week, next Monday? I am not. But the kids don't have school, so that's always fun when they decide to coordinate. I wish they would just let us take the day. And then I wouldn't have to figure out what to do with the kids. All right, all of these are off. Okay, so I like it when my images hang off the side a little bit. So I'm going to make sure she's standing here in the grass. And her little girl is going to go next to her. I picture this as one of my kids. Okay, and we're going to do a cloud up here because it's raining. And our cloud needs some Stella. Okay, and I think I'll Stella the boots. Okay. And then our sentiment will get popped up right here. Okay, and we'll do our embellishments too once we get the sentiment on. Okay, so that's 95% card 1. All right, I have to grab a drink. I'll be right back. You stay, Milo. You stay. I forgot my water. I forgot my water in the car, so this will have to do. All right, now let's pull out the other scene card. That one has a Melon Mambo card base. Oops. There's the little puppy raincoat. We'll have another cloud. Here, now I have 2 pieces of Fleur de Flamingo. You should probably just have 1 big piece. That will be for our sentiment for this card and the card we just did. We'll have Melon Mambo boots and raincoat and a puddle. The same type of panel here with a Melon Mambo mat and then our white inside. Thanks, Becky. Okay, so we always have to cut our inside down. It saves me a lot of cuts if I can just cut these white panels into quarter sheets of cardstock versus cutting them all down to 4 by 5 1/4. So I hope you don't mind cutting them down a little bit. Okay, and this is going to be this pile here. So the little girl and the puppy. Okay, now the little girl and the puppy are going to get these pieces on them. The cloud will get some ink blending. So I think we can take our pebbled path. There's probably enough on here still. Okay. I'm also going to take Pool Party and do a little bit of Pool Party onto the puddle. Again, tone on tone. Yes, I agree. The older you get, the faster the years go by. I remember my parents telling me that when I was younger, and I didn't really believe them because time seemed like it was moving so slowly. You know, like when you're high school or younger, you know, time seems like it's just moving so slowly. And I remember thinking all those years back, how old 30 sounded. And now now I wish I was 30. Right? It's so crazy, like perspective, when you put things into perspective. So, all right, we're going to stamp this time the entire image is going to get raindrops. Yeah, I remember thinking, gosh, I'll never be 30, you know, like when I was like 17. Like, that's so far away, right? Newsflash, it was not far away. And it has since come and passed. And it's funny how you don't really feel, like I'm trying to think how I feel on the inside, you know? Like, I think I was just having this conversation with someone the other day. I think I feel like 27. Like, that was a good year. And I don't know that I feel any different than I did at 27 on the inside. You know. I don't know. I know. I can't believe I thought 30 was old, but, you know, that's when you're 17 and you're immortal, right? Like, nothing bad could ever happen. And it's just so funny. So funny. Yeah, and my kids are like, you were born in the 1900s? And it's like, yes, children. Most of us were born in the 1900s. But it's funny, since we span, you know, the millennium, like 2 centuries, right? It's like, I'm sure people felt like this in the 1900s when, you know, it was 1924, 1925, and they were born in 18 whatever, and then now all the, you know, these younger people are now adults that are growing up who were born in 1900. They feel like it's just such a weird thing, right? So, because when I was growing up, everybody was born in the 1900s, so that's just what everybody was. So I don't know. I'd be curious to see how that all pans out when my kids are older. Okay, so this one is, you are the umbrella to my rainy days, and the inside I stamped a puppy. Now, I stamped the puppy in Melon Mambo, but he was a little too bright. So I think I'm going to stamp him in second generation Pebbled Path, because it was just a little too bright. So I'll pick him up. He doesn't stamp the way you think he's going to stamp. Yeah, you got to bring up that side a little bit. Bring up the front a little. It's perfect. Yeah, born in the 1900s. Like, oh God. I mean, yes, it's true, but it just sounds so funny. It's like, oh, and the things they asked me is so funny. They were like, did you, you know, have whatever when you were growing up? Like, yes, we did. It's not exactly the same, but like, did you guys have cars when you were growing up? Like, yep, we had cars, kids. Could you guys talk to each other? Like, yep, we still had phones. So funny. Mm-hmm. I do think it's kind of funny because all the cars now, you know, start with a button. You don't need like a key for most cars anyway. So that's different. So I think they're growing up not really needing keys, right? And what else were we talking about? We were all together at Christmas and we were talking about the things that they are growing up without that we grew up with. Well, phone books. They didn't know what a phone book was. Didn't know what a phone book was. I told them that when I was a kid, we used to have to just answer the phone when it rang, not knowing who it was, you know, that was calling. And they thought that was just crazy. Crazy talk. Mom is crazy. All right. So we have our inside, we have our outside. Here's our front panel. We're going to use our other 2 pieces. I think they're a little long though. So I'll save these. They did ask if I had the internet growing up, and for a while I did not. There was no internet. Not really, anyway. Phone booths, yes. You know, there aren't really phone booths, I don't think, very many anymore. Maybe if they're old. I mean, nobody uses a payphone anymore, do they? I don't remember. You know, when I was a kid, my mom would drop me off like at the community center and we would go swimming. we're going to add the raincoat to the puppy and the boots to the little girl. We would go swimming, and when I was ready to be picked up, we would just call from the payphone, right? And then my mom would come pick us up. So I don't know that people use payphones anymore. They're probably not a thing. Okay, so they're the boots. They're just gonna layer right over her boots. Now this little raincoat on the puppy. Okay, E. Miller, you're Elaine, right? I was gonna say, are you Elizabeth? But you're not. You're Elaine. I think we talked about this before. I have a friend who's Elizabeth, so apologies if I call you Elizabeth. I'm pretty sure you're Elaine. All right, there's our little puppy. He needs a little dimensional, him or her, however you say that. And our little girl here. And a mini. Phone booths went the way of phone books. Bye-bye. Yeah, I actually used to sit on phone books when they were old, like last year's phone books in the car. I remember my dad had this really old van, and it didn't run very well. He used it just to like drive back and forth to work, but occasionally we would have to take it. And I liked driving in it because it was fun, and like the seatbelts didn't work right, and you know, like it was just it was Dad's car. And yeah, the seat was like a weird seat. I don't think it was the seat that came in the car. And anyway, I had to sit on phone books too. I had to sit on phone books because I was too short for whatever was in there. So okay, we're going to glue the puddle. Whoops. We're going to glue the puddle, and we want the puddle to be about here because we want the kid to stand on it and the puppy to sit in it. So I'm going to put it slightly off to the left, right here. And, oh, not Elaine, hate my first name, so just use E. Sounds good. Okay, so we'll get the little girl here and the little puppy here. So stinking cute, looks just like Milo. I should mention I colored the puppy in browns, but you can color the puppy in whatever color you like. I had to make it look like Milo, so that's why I colored him brown. Oh, we need our cloud. And then we'll do both the sentiments here at the same time. We're going to do them both in white, and emboss them both in white. So this cloud will go on this side. Okay, our sentiment will go here, and we will add a bow. So let's make a bow. I think I want a big bow. So I do have a tutorial maybe about 6 months ago on how to use a bow maker. It's about 5 minutes long in the edited videos section. If you want a bow maker, they are $19, and I can add them in with your next card shipment if you would like one. So just let me know. They do say Brown Dog Craft Company. I'll show you what they look like. They look like this. And they come with the pegs. Okay. This one is special, and I painted it, but okay. All right, let's add our bow with the glue dot, and then we'll add our sentiment here. Normally I wouldn't add the sentiment first, but normally I would add the sentiment first. All right, I'm going to fold my ribbon in half, the ends in half here, and trim up to get that cute little like fishtail look. Okay, that looks good. All right, now let's do our sentiments. So one of them is, you are the umbrella to my rainy days, and the storm will end and the sun will shine again. Okay, so we need anti-static powder. And it doesn't really matter where you stamp these on here because we're gonna fussy cut them. Now, I did stamp these originally in my Misty and they didn't stamp so well. So I think I'm just gonna stamp them with the clear block and we'll see how that goes. Okay. So here I have Versamark. I'll ink up really well. And stamp straight down. All right, I hope that stamped well. Now this one. And I'll show you my trick for fussy cutting. You can use it for fussy cutting anything, but you can especially use it for fussy cutting sentiments. Okay, so now we need our embossing powder. Which mine is here. I just dump it into this little bucket. Use this little spoon. I think that did pretty good. I think that one looks pretty good. We'll find out. And this one. I don't know, I think they did pretty good. Alright, I'm going to heat emboss. It will be kind of loud for a minute. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. Now, my little trick, we are fussy cutting these. If you are good at fussy cutting, then you don't need to do this trick, but I am not good. So what I like to do is take my pencil and very lightly draw a line of where I am going to cut. And then when I'm cutting, I don't have to think about where I'm going to cut and how I'm going to do it. I can just cut with my scissors. Okay. I do recommend your snips or other small scissors. And we're going to do our best to move the paper, not the scissors, when we cut. And keep the paper in the center of our blade, not the end. Okay. And take our time. And remember that it's just paper, and also that it doesn't need to be perfect. Even though I like things to be perfect, they don't need to be. Okay. So far, so good. So far, so good. Come on now. All right, almost done with number 1. If any of the cardstock gets in the way of your fingers, you can just snip it off and come back in. Okay. All right. Okay, so there's one. Now I'll take a pencil eraser and I will erase anything that we can still see of the pencil line, and then we'll add these to our cards. And then we'll have half of our cards done. Whoops, and honestly, even though the other two are fun folds, they are quicker than these ones, because these are scene cards. Scene cards take a while. I really wish we would have more sentiments that had coordinating dies. You know, I don't mind having to use like a die all the time to, like a shaped die, you know, for a sentiment, but I do really like the look of a die cut sentiment. So I know we have some of those, but I just wish we had more. Oh my goodness. Done. Ugh. I don't know how some of you like fussy cutting. It is painful for me. I am not a fan. Not a fan of it. Obviously, I'll do it for the greater good. But not my favorite. Alright, that looks good. Let's get this one. Okay, there they are. Whoops, and that one I got a pencil on. Okay, so these all get dimensionals. I have another pack here somewhere. There we go. So let's put them on the right cards. Although I think you could put either one of them on either card. I think that would go. You're sticking to me everywhere. Okay. So this one is "You Are the Umbrella to My Rainy Days." Okay. So there's that one, and we'll do our pearls at the end. And then this one is "The storm will end and the sun will shine again." Okay. All right, so we'll come back and do the pearls once we get our other two cards done. All right, let's see what's next. Ooh, next is Daffodil. Daffodil Delight. And I know these are fun folds, but they're really easy fun folds. Okay, here's our inside. We'll cut to 4 by 5 1/4. A little bit of stamping and a lot of gluing, and we're done with this one. It's really not bad. So 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, this one I'm not going to stamp anything on the inside. Your larger piece of DSP goes here. You're going to have 4 umbrella pieces. 2, I die cut my note and oh, here they are. 2 in Lemon Lolly and 2 in Daffodil. Okay. Hello. Thanks for joining. Okay, we're going to ink blend a little bit onto those. Here's our puddle. This 1.5 inch piece goes on our inside mat. Let's do, we already have Pool Party. Let's just add some Pool Party to our puddle while we're at it. We already have Pool Party on here. Okay. A little bit of Pool Party on there. Okay. Let's do stamping. We're going to do the same raindrop stamps. These raindrops make an appearance on literally every card in Pool Party. Okay, and they go on the whole piece. We'll get those lined up. These are in the way. I think one more. Yep, that's good. Okay, now make sure your raindrops are going down, right? Not up. And we're going to take our pebbled path and we're going to stamp "You are the umbrella to my rainy days." So I'm going to stamp on my grid paper to try to figure out what is up. Oh, and that is almost up. And I'm going to stamp right here, centered top to bottom, over to the right. Ooh, and that's a little crooked. I'm going to go with it. You are the umbrella to my rainy days. That's it for stamping. We are going to pull out our daffodil ink and we're going to do a little bit of ink blending onto the bottom of our umbrella pieces. So we'll have 2 umbrella pieces in Lemon Lolly and 2 in Daffodil Delight. And we're just going to do a little bit of tone on tone. It'll obviously show up a lot more on that Lemon Lolly. Okay. And then we're going to paper piece these onto our umbrella. And it's not hard. I bought a Brother Scan and Cut to avoid fussy cutting. If the Scan and Cut can't cut it, it gets cut by whatever die I choose. Yes, I have a Scan and Cut too. And I do use it, but I try not to use it for class only because not everyone has one. But yes, if you have a Scan and Cut, I recommend using it. They are amazing. Amazing. Okay, these just go right on here. They just kind of line up right there. Okay, and we colored them with Daffodil Delight underneath. So if they don't line up perfectly, you see the yellow instead of white. Okay, mine are moving on me. Okay. And we need some little dot detail. Okay. And she also gets little rain boots. Whoops, I put the lid on my glue. So these rain boots will go right over her stamped boots. Okay. She's gonna go right here. And then we can assemble. And the assembly on this card is so easy, you'll be astonished. Okay. Whoops. I was like, why can't I pick that up? It's because the backer's still on there. Oh my gosh, Milo is passed out sleeping. All right. I'm going to put her a little above where the edge of the circle is. This circle is from nature something. Hold on, I'll look. It's from Spotlight on Nature Dies. It's one of the biggest ones. All right, let's get to gluing our card. So we're gonna fold the card in half the normal way, and then the front has a piece that folds back. Okay, that's it. That's all the fun fold is. Just like that, super easy. Okay, the 1.5 inch piece of DSP gets glued on the inside. So this will go right along the right edge of our inside white panel. Now I didn't stamp on my inside white panel, but you could. Okay. So that will go here. We will be able to see the white through the front just a little bit. Okay, and then on these two pieces, when you lay it open, we're going to get the lemon lolly pieces, but first, oops, I did the wrong one there. And I already glued it down. That's not the 1.5 inch piece. I'm going to cut another one. That's not the 1.5 inch piece. All right, what did I say it was? Let's see, 5 1/4 by 1 7/8. There we go. Whoopsies. All right, these will get glued down onto the lemon lolly, and the lemon lolly will then go here. Now we just want to make sure when we glue these down that we have our, this pattern is sort of directional with the little green, like the stem to the flower. So just make sure you have it the right way, going up and down. I'll put my finger right in the glue. Okay, so these will go here. Okay, so when you open it, it looks like this. You close it, it's like this. Now, we're going to add this piece on. When we add it on, we only want dimensionals right here. So I'm going to put 3 dimensionals. 1, 2, 3. And I'm not going to put them anywhere else, because if I glue anything else down, our card won't open. And then this goes right in the center. Okay. Come on now. There we go. Okay. Isn't that cute? Fun and cute. Okay, and we will add our pearls in a minute. So let's pull out our last card. Our last card, now I've got a lot of extra pieces because I cut too many, but we'll have a pebbled path card base that we're going to fold the same way. So fold it in half the normal way, and then the front gets folded back one. I love using pebbled path for card bases because it's such a heavy cardstock. This is where we're going to pull in our these pieces that we cut. This is for the inside, remember. We'll have 2 pieces of Coastal Cabana. We'll have a white arch cut with the Everyday Arches dies. We'll have a layering pebbled path arch cut with the Everyday Arches dies. That's these, and they are some of my favorites. I love them, love them, love them. Okay, we're gonna have a little umbrella handle from Silver. We don't need the clouds. I have extra clouds. You're going to have, oh, and I don't have mine die cut. You're going to have from Pebbled Path. I have to get a piece of Pebbled Path. I didn't die cut mine. From Pebbled Path, you will have an umbrella. I can't believe I don't have my own die cut. Hold on. Hold, please. Hold, please. I'll find it momentarily. I need to find a scrap. All right. I forgot to die cut my own, so let me die cut my own. You're going to have a piece that looks like a partial umbrella. And that's because it is. It's one of the girls. It's either the mom or the kid, which doesn't need to be a girl. Just in my case, in my cards, they are. I die cut the whole thing to be quick for you, but I'm throwing stuff on the floor and everything right now. All right, stuff's a-flying. Okay, so yours is going to look something like this, right? You only have a piece of it. And that's because we only need a piece of it. We are going to take these pieces. You're going to have a variety of Summer Splash, or no, that's Coastal Cabana, and Petunia Pop, and Flirty Flamingo, and Shy Shamrock. Okay, those are going to be, we're going to paper piece those right onto our umbrella. Okay, so first thing first, let's stamp the last of our raindrops onto our white piece. Never been a fan of tiny florals until now. You converted me. Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. Now this, we do want to make sure we have the arch at the top, so make sure your raindrops are going the right way when you stamp these. Otherwise, you'll have to flip your arch over. Your arch will be at the bottom. I thought these were very springy, and it's very wintry here right now. And I needed a pick-me-up for this month we've been having, for this rainy season. All right, this is going to get Be Brave, but maybe we'll put our umbrella together first. Okay, so let's pull out our 4 colors. We need Flirty Flamingo and Shy Shamrock and Petunia Pop and Coastal Cabana. And I'm going to take a little bit of Coastal Cabana and ink blend it onto Coastal Cabana. Okay, just a little bit, not much. Hit Petunia Pop. Get that onto Petunia Pop. Okay, just a little bit. And Flirty Flamingo. Ooh. Okay, and Shy Shamrock, which I think I have right here. Okay, very small amounts there. Okay. Now we're going to assemble our umbrella. Now this card, I was inspired by, if you guys remember from a couple of years ago, there was an umbrella set, and I think it was called Weather Together. So that's one of my all-time favorite sets of literally all time. And somebody made an umbrella card with that. Okay, I'm going to start with one of these center pieces just so I can kind of line that up a little easier. And then come in with the outside piece. Yeah, Weather Together, or Under My Umbrella, I think they kind of went hand in hand. And they were so pretty. Some of my favorites of all times. So anyway, that one had just an umbrella that someone made, and I loved it. So that's the inspiration I found on Pinterest, actually, for this one. Okay, and then this will go here. And our last piece here. Okay. Now, of course, we need white pen detail. Okay. Now, what do we do to get the rest of this? We don't want the rest of this, right? All we have to do is follow the curve. And there we go. Umbrella. Okay, now we do need to add this little piece, and I'm actually going to add it with tear and tape because it is easier to pick up from the front than it is from to glue it from the back. So I'm going to put a little piece of tear and tape on the back, and then there. Okay, so now I have my little umbrella piece. I'm going to make sure to put a dimensional over that. Okay. Pull our backers off. Glue this down. So this gets lined up. It nestles right in, fits perfectly. This is going to come like this. And in Pebble Path, we're going to stamp Be Brave. Right now I have Flirty Flamingo on it. So let's try to get this straight. Right here. Be brave. Oh, that did pretty good. Pretty good. All right, now we trim down our white. 4 by 5 1/4. Glue everything down and we're done. Okay, make sure you do the smaller piece here, not the bigger piece. Smaller piece. This is obviously non-directional, so it's much easier to put down. You don't have to worry so much. You do have to think a little bit so you don't glue the wider piece, but other than that. So this will go on the inside. Oh, and we have to add our pearls. These get glued down. Good boy, Milo. And we're going to adhere our arch to the front the same way we adhered our circle to the last card. So I'm actually going to put dimensionals onto the arch on the back, only on this left side here. I think I'll do 3. I'm very inky today. You know, the only thing I found that really gets the ink out of your fingers is washing your hair. I don't know why it's so hard to get ink off your fingers, but So this will go right in the center. And we'll add a bow, a slightly smaller bow, I think. Okay, and this ribbon again is so easy to tie. Just finishes so nicely. Okay, and I'll trim my ends here. Trim those ends a little shorter maybe. And glue that. Okay. Okay. All right. Be brave. Okay, now we need our pearls on every card. So you have a whole pack. You can add as little or as much as you'd like. Let's see, where did I put them? All right, I did 3 here. I did 2 little and 1 big. So there, that card is finished. Be brave. I'm gonna move my bow a little bit. Okay, that's card 4. Get this out of the way. Okay, there's card 4. Let's see, card 3, where did I put all those pearls? I have 1, a big, and a little, and a big, and a little, and a little. Okay, so there's card 3. Cute, right? So 2 fun folds. And let's see, I think this was card 3. So this one has a big and a little and a big and a little and a little. So there is card 3. Okay. I'm sorry, that was card 2. And then here's card 1. See where I put all those. All right, I have a big and a little and a big and a little and a little. Okay, and there's card 1. Okay, so which one is your favorite? You tell me. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Obviously they're not in the right spot, but let me know which one is your favorite. I like the scene cards. Those are my favorite. I love making scene cards. Love it. Love, love, love it. I have quite the mess going on here today. All right, let me know which one your favorite is. I know there's a delay in when I finish, or when I talk, and when you guys hear me say everything. And then I'll get Milo. He's taking a nap. So if you're new, Milo makes an appearance. he makes an appearance at every video. He's the brown dog of Brown Dog Craft Company. And wouldn't be the same without him, so he's currently totally passed out over there. Yeah, so my favorites I think are, I love the fun folds, but I really love the scene cards. Those are my favorite. Okay, so what do you think of this class? I hope you enjoy it. Really cute stamp set. So you won't find it in any catalog, but you will see it in the online exclusives. Hi Pat, welcome. That's okay, you're catching us at the end. You can watch the replay. Sorry to miss you. All right, should I get Milo? I'll flip the camera here. And E likes the yellow. Oh, did you want to see the Utterly Adorable cards first? Or the Utterly Amazing? I know you've already seen them, so just watch another video and you'll see all the way these all open, but they all open differently. Okay, they're all fun folds. Really cute fun folds, and we'll do some coloring. Patty likes the mother and child best, but they're all darling. This one, yes. I love this DSP. This is my favorite DSP in the whole pack. So you can earn the DSP for free with a $50 purchase. No, $60 purchase? Yes, $60 purchase. You can earn the DSP during celebration, during January and February. So if you want the DSP, you purchase it, or you purchase other things to get the DSP. So, all right, let me flip the camera and I'll get Milo. He's surprised he's not over here waiting. Normally he knows. Normally he knows when we're gonna do his snacks. Oh, he heard the word snack. All right, Milo Bear. Come on, Bubby. Hi, how was your nap? Did you have a good nap, Bubby? How was your nap? Was it good? Everybody wants to see you. Say hi, Milo. Can you sit? Can you sit? Oh, good boy. Oh, good boy. Oh, good boy, Milo. Good boy, Milo Bear. Oh, yummy. Yummy, yummy. Who's a good puppy? You want one more? Why not? You want one more? Oh, such a good baby. Now kiss, kiss, kiss. Good boy. Good boy, Milo. Alright, that's Milo. He's usually in here somewhere. Either taking a nap under the bed or over in his other bed. He has a bed just over there, just on the other side of that chair. And he's now sitting in between my legs with his head over here. Oh, can you see that? No. He's got his head in between. Oh, he's gonna lay down. Right in between my feet. So that's Milo Bear. All right, guys. Well, that's what I have for you today. I'll be live again for class in 2 weeks for the Utterly Adorable subscription class. So let me know if you want to take that class. I'm kitting it up this week. It'll ship end of next week. So in that class, you get a pack of the River Pearls, and you get the Lost Lagoon Cording, I think is what it's called. It's really pretty. And we don't use very much of either one of them in class, and you get a quarter pack of the DSP. So, and those are all fun folds. So those are quite, that's a big class. It's definitely a big card kit this time. So, okay, well that's what I have for you today. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please remember to like and share and subscribe, and make sure you click the bell to be notified of anything new that comes up. And if you have questions, you can see a lot online. Otherwise, feel free to email or text or call, whatever you want. So, okay, well, thanks, everyone. Stay warm if you're somewhere where it's cold like me. Otherwise, if you're somewhere warm, maybe I don't want to hear it because I'm envious. And stay safe if you're out in California. And I know some of you are who watch me, so I hope you are all okay and staying safe. So, all right, I hope everyone has a great week. I will see you in 2 weeks live, but I will have an edited video, 1 or 2. I'm hoping 2. We'll see how things go, but I'll have an edited video between now and then. So let me know if you have questions. Thanks, everyone. I hope you have a great night. Milo says bye. Take care. See you next time. Bye-bye.